All right, who am I talking to?
Andrew Durrett. I work with the blog team and the forum team.
And Lano Menchaca. I'm the digital media manager, blog manager, and connecting the dots with all the other digital media tools that we're launching.
Jeff Knox, working with both the online community outreach blog team as well as the Dell community forum team.
Yeah. So what do you guys do all day?
You know what? I hunt down issues that are out there and look for the right solutions for them and help get the solvers connected with the folks who are out there reaching out and connecting with the customers and getting things solved.
How do you find them? I mean, what do you actually do all day? Like you sit down at your desk, you boot up.
You know, we get a lot of the information from a data provider that we use in Seattle who sends us an amount of cases every day. I personally search using 3 or 4 different search engines to find out what people are most interested in, what people are talking about the most in terms of Dell, and make sure that we're addressing that. We have a response, we can engage in those conversations.
So we were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you're surprised when the conversation finds itself like way out to the edge. Talk about when people you weren't expecting discover you out there and what you're doing.
Yeah, when we first started reaching out to individual customers on blogs this summer, we realized we had a great opportunity to find customers who were in need, who were dissatisfied or frustrated with their experience with Dell. One thing I did not expect to see from this outreach were a lot of very visible high authority sites talking about these individual customers' experiences, pulling them off, linking to small blogs. Another thing I didn't expect to find, that we found a fair amount this fall were people responding and blogging about these high authority sites, talking about these individual customers who didn't even own Dells. So the grassroots discussion has reached a pretty large level at this point.
So people are blogging about what you're doing with other bloggers.
Right.
So your activity itself has become the story.
True. Yeah. Very true.
This is interesting. So what else?
I think part of that goes to the whole joining in the conversation, because conversation quite often seems two-sided, but really outside, when you're the bloggers, it's a multi-sided conversation. You'll begin engaging with one person, and somebody else joins in the conversation, and then suddenly you have this group speak on whatever the issue happens to be, and that really gets you involved with not just that person you're talking with, but everyone else who's ever come across that particular issue.
So when people, for any of you guys, when people see, it's someone from Dell commenting on my blog, what happens when you first show up? What's the response you get?
They're surprised. They're surprised that a corporation would seek them out and reach out as an individual, and they're very pleased. They feel special, and they connect almost immediately with whichever individual it is who's posting there.
Do they think you're fake?
Yeah, we get that a lot, or that we're stalking them and somehow as Big Brother watching them, and really a lot of it's breaking down that mentality, because people don't expect, especially a big corporation, to have an interest in trying to help someone who isn't actively pursuing help through them.
And I would say over time that's changed. Initially, some of this team saw quite a bit, was that skepticism, but soon after we launched the blog and other things like IdeaStorm, it just kind of legitimizes the work that these guys do, and frankly they'll link back to the blog and some of the technical discussions when we have a blog topic on that specific issue, and it helps them legitimize what they do. And we've actually used the blog to promote what these guys are doing, so all that stuff has helped.
Good. So tell me, last question for any or all of you, how do you make people happy?
I have to say, the best way to make someone happy is to listen, make sure that they understand that you're listening and you understand, and engage them so that they have an opportunity to share everything that they have to give to you in terms of what their experience was, and then back up your listening and your outreach with actual solutions. Fix their problem.
How do you make people happy?
My response to that question is thinking like a customer. I try to take a step back, from being a Dell employee and being here for 14 years and knowing all the processes. Forget about all those things. think about how does this impact a customer? As a customer, it doesn't make sense that you have to jump through these hoops to get what you need. In a lot of cases, it doesn't, and that's what we're trying to eliminate those obstacles.
And I would agree, actually, to put the two together, listening is what helps you get yourself into that customer's shoes. Because I think, we're all consumers, we've all bought products from different companies, and we've all had experiences, both good and bad, and so it's a matter of actually listening, hearing what it is that's caused this person so much grief, and then putting yourself in that position of what would it be like if I was there, and what can I do to help this person, fix that person, whatever the problem happens to be, by understanding what it is that they're going through.
Cool. Now I'm gonna jump in the frame for a very specific reason. What's amazing about what you just saw here is that I'm sitting at Dell, and there is no army of PR people, behind here, that they are letting these guys talk on camera. They know I'm going to blog it. It's going to go on YouTube, and that they've gotten to a point where this kind of conversation can happen, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And so I congratulate you guys. I congratulate Dell on getting to this point, because it's astonishing for a company this big to get this far this fast, and it's awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.